Hello there. I have just noticed some days ago I passed 1 year of making my videos. On November 1st, 2024, I posted my Brompton autumn commute video. Since that first video, I have had almost 70,000 views on my channel in total. Wow, thank you for that. Making these videos has been a lot of fun. In a time where not everything was so easy in my life, this helped me to forget about anything and get lost in bicycles, filming and editing for some time. When my first video about the Surly Bridge Club took off, I couldn't believe it. That motivated me a lot, and I wanted to seriously continue what first had been some kind of experiment. Over the past year, I have learned so many things about making videos, like pronouncing surly correctly, avoiding most, breathing and other sounds while doing a voiceover, and structuring my videos a bit more in advance. Apart from that, another idea my initial successful video made me have is that I could hop on a wave of popularity of certain channels on YouTube. Those channels about enjoying pretty bicycles in everyday life, far from racing and mountain biking. Channels I had been following along, like the glorious Probably Riding. I had hoped to crack the algorithm a bit riding on that wave, reaching the 1000 subscribers at some point and get a little piece of the cake of YouTube's ad machinery, like the equivalent of a pair of new Cool Stop brake pads a month or so. And that's not so much about the exact amount, but for the achievement. Now, after 1 year, and my most recent videos hitting barely 300 views, I know that I can't hop on that wave. While others can, I think I lack the skill, cool bikes and originality in my videos. But what immediately comes to my mind when having thoughts like these is that they're very ungrateful to all of you who have watched my videos, who have commented and subscribed. So thank you again to all of you who have expressed their enjoyment of my videos, who have watched, liked and or subscribed. And a special thanks to those who have joined me or maybe want to join in the future my 26-inch mountain bike group rides in and around Munich. At this point, special shout out to John, who attended the last 26-inch group ride. And when talking to him, I also first thought about this, that I shouldn't be ungrateful, but grateful for everybody who has watched my videos, despite maybe me having some higher expectations. Thank you also for all dislikes and nasty comments which I received. In a manner of my deeply honored abroad in Japan, I take all of these with a smile, no matter what. At the moment, I'm unsure whether I will continue making videos on YouTube. This is not a piece of cake for me next to my demanding job and also everything else in my life. For example, my last video about Taiwan took me roughly 8 hours of editing and doing voiceover alone, so excluding all recording of the footage. I have some unfinished bikes I would like to show you. It takes me some time because I want them to be really nice and well equipped before I present them. Like my usual fenders and brook saddle, maybe even a kickstand, lights and so on. You know, I like my bikes well equipped. And note that I try to get most of these parts used, so it really takes some time to get them, but then they are also much more affordable. I have too many bikes, by the way, so I'm building them up for friends, or will maybe sell some for a price that seems fair given the parts put into it. Speaking about too many bikes, well, I collected quite a few over the last year. It was like a blast. Alongside this channel and alongside collecting the bikes, I learned so much about bicycles, and I can now fully take them apart and reassemble, except for maybe the wheels. So also in this regard I learned so much over the last year. But that is a whole different story in itself, and in this video I want to mainly talk about my YouTube videos. So there's many things I could improve on, like finding nice music for my videos, finding nice fonts for my videos, create more 4K videos, which I've just started doing. Maybe show myself eventually, like many other YouTubers do. I'm still hesitant of doing that, because I want my channel to be about my bikes and not about myself. But yeah, maybe that would help to make my channel more lively and authentic. Maybe my bikes are not trendy and fancy enough. On many channels that are very popular right now, I see also popular bike brands, like Riffs for example. Yeah, maybe I should get one of these. What do you think? Maybe the directions of my channel are also not clear enough. Sometimes I do videos about a Brompton, sometimes vintage mountain bikes, sometimes my Surly or some lights. Yeah, maybe that's also too cluttered. Then there's the music. I would like to use more music in my videos. Music is something about my favorite movies that, in my opinion, is such a big part of the atmosphere in these movies. And I'm a bit confused about music, especially licensed or copyrighted music on YouTube, because I see many channels use such music and still not being taken down, and the music is even recognized in the captions or in the description. So I thought that's not allowed and videos would be taken down then, but maybe somebody can enlighten me, or I should have to learn more about that. I always thought if you just use any music of your, let's say, favorite artists in your YouTube video, the video will probably get taken down quickly and maybe even your channel get banned for copyright violations. So I only used music from the royalty-free YouTube audio library, and as I didn't like that music too much, I refrained from using music at all in my most recent videos. Apart from the music, I enjoy editing, but it's not that it fascinates me. Till date, I use iMovie for editing my videos, and that's of course also far from the most professional tool. I mainly want to ride my bikes, work on them, also then film that and make a video. But that's it. Maybe I'm not interested enough in the editing part. I feel like being a YouTuber involves so many aspects, or almost professions you have to master, or at least do very well. A movie has teams behind all those individual tasks. Let's not forget that. So for example, for editing alone, for camera alone, for lighting, also of course for the storyboard. So how is a single person supposed to do all these tasks well? That's certainly not trivial. But maybe I thought so when I started making videos, because it looked so easy on many people's channels. But after a year now, I know it's certainly not. And I think you can start with knowing little, but it's very hard to master, in my opinion. Now I want to wrap up. What am I actually talking about here? I want to end this video first with the clear statement that this video is not supposed to be begging for your support or fishing for your compliments or in general whining around. It is just my take after 1 year of making videos, trying to share what's going on behind the scenes in an honest way. In this video, I wanted to share my thoughts of reflecting after making videos for 1 year on this channel. This includes expectations I've had and have, what I've learned, what I'm grateful for, and what I will still have to learn. So I will take a break from making videos for now, and I will focus on other topics in my life. But the channel will be left here, and I might come back in the future with one or the other new video. So, thank you once more for your support on this journey, and I hope you will all have nice bicycle rides. Bye bye.